How you ease my mind. How you ease my mind. Where the hell are my friends?
I'm fucking cute. You should follow me. Psh.
Including that in the vlog.
Oh my god, I forgot the camera's on. Oops. That's my real thought.
Alright, everybody. We're heading to dinner. I'm not sure if this is continuous of an old vlog, like a other vlog, or if this is a new one. So if it's a new one,
Good day.
Good day, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. But we're going to dinner to, is it called Church and Union? I don't know how to get there, by the way.
I think it's on the calendar
It's
invite.
probably at Church and Union.
There's a calendar invite. Yeah, it's up near like Broadway. So.
Oh wait, I had us down at 7 o'clock on the calendar. It says 7.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 8. Oh my god, we gotta call them. Because we might not even be able to get in there. Shoot. Idiots, how did we mess that up?
Oh, at 8.
Yeah, okay, I could have sworn.
I did like a little taste testing with them not too long ago, but now they're opening tomorrow, and so we're doing like the soft, or I guess it's the hard launch, right? It's like opening day for like.
Yeah, I think technically tomorrow night is the first night that it's like open to the public.
They invited a few people to come tonight to kind of like show and promote it.
Oh, look who's there. Macy.
Is at the restaurant?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there's a little red carpet thing so we can get a picture. Perfect.
But yeah, we're gonna go try it out. The food's good. From like the little sampler tasting we did that one time. It was good food.
Yeah, wait, I wonder if Anna Grace is going. Because she was getting, Beck was doing her makeup.
Oh, maybe. Maybe her and Shannon?
I could see that.
But yeah, we're excited.
Let me look up their stories. That's what I do when I want to know when someone's doing it. I look at their stories to see where they are.
You know what's the best is when you used to look at like geotags.
Oh, I miss that feature so much. It was really the best for like discovering things.
I did cupping and acupuncture today for my lower back. I haven't talked about it yet, but my lower back's hurting again. Not as bad as it usually is, but I just trying to like zap it before it gets bad. Before like the stressful holiday months come up.
Yeah.
Because that's when my back gets bad every year. At Vlogmas,
yeah.
my back is like, I'm sleeping on the floor for like a week.
Did you want to explain to them what came back in the x-ray?
It's not a big deal. It's just like a 10-degree curve in my back, like in my spine. Just very, very slightly. All because of my hips and my piriformis muscle or joint, I don't know, something like that. So basically my hips and my ass have some issues. They said it could be from driving, like how you sit when you drive for however many years. It could be from like football, getting hit in high school or college or whatever.
I think that's likely.
I know. It could be anything. It could be from Julia walking on my back for 5 years.
Maybe.
No, it's not.
Who knows?
It's not. I've basically trained you to be a master Thai masseuse.
Basically. Oh, okay, I heard the craziest thing on Sophie and Chinzia's vlog today.
What is it?
Cinzia was like, that another YouTuber she watches said that, like, they heard somewhere that the key to aging is stretching. I mean, obviously, but the consistency, like literally 20 minutes every day. Kind of like exercise, but that stretching is like
it prevents injury, and a lot of times injury is what causes like older people to like quickly decline.
Yeah, like, but babe, like we work out hard and we don't stretch.
We don't stretch so much, but like we could implement yoga into our workout regimen.
Well, yeah, like look how good it feels. Like you low-key love the warm-up at F45 because it's the only time of the day you get to stretch. So you're kind of like, ooh.
I hate the warm-up at F45.
I don't like the warm-up, but I use it to stretch. I don't do the warm-up.
Right, same. Which
means that we want to stretch. I'm trying to motivate us.
You're right. We should start stretching.
So where can we fit that in there?
I think you're supposed to do like, what was it? You're supposed to stretch for half the amount of time that you're working out or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
it's like
a minute for every 5 minutes.
I think she said like for every 45 minutes it's like an hour of stretching or something. Like it's a lot.
Or no.
Think about it. everything probably just works better.
You're just not tight, and you're able, like, yeah, I mean, stretching is important. It is important, and we don't do it.
Maybe we start doing yin yoga, because yin yoga is such good stretching. But is there not like a stretching program? Like, someone walk me through, or make a YouTube channel on how to stretch properly. Because I don't feel like there's good resources. Maybe there is.
Call it
You guys let us
Stretch
know.
Armstrong, and show us the way.
Show us the way. Stretching for anti-aging, stretching for HIIT workouts, stretching for dancers.
Stretching
all
for
that.
sore back. Stretching
Yes.
for sore fingers from sitting in the office and typing all day.
Stretches.
Wrist stretches.
It's a business idea for somebody if you want to go make the channel. It's a need.
Yeah. That's good.
But-
This is a stereotype, but it's a good stereotype. Is the Asian culture
Yes.
knows about stretching.
They do.
Yes.
Because you see them stretching everywhere.
Well, that, and usually they're like
They
with,
work out outside a
with
lot.
like reflexology, like they
Yes.
know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And when like even living in San Francisco, driving to work every day, you would see like older Asians like stretching, just even
I
doing
know.
like stuff that's like
I know.
would seem simple, but it like keeps you like mobile.
For sure, 100%. And you know, I read the China study, and Asians have the longest lifespan. I mean, they also don't like have a heavy dairy diet. They eat a lot of sea vegetables and fish
over
low dairy.
over meats.
As their diet becomes more westernized, they have integrated more dairy and sugar, I think, over time. So like it could go that direction, but overall,
The China study was a good book, huh?
incredible.
Yeah, I need to read that.
It's so interesting.
I feel like I got all the footnotes from you, and like you were summarizing everything along the way, so
Yeah.
like I didn't have to read it.
it's fun for like learning about health.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was thinking about? Like our health journey. And it really has been like a journey. Like I'm finding that health like doesn't just happen like overnight. You really have to like work at it in like all different avenues. But we didn't really start trying with our health until like a year and a half ago, and how much we've even accomplished in that time. Can you imagine like what the health that we could get to in a few years if we keep going?
Right.
Because you
And
learn
not even
things.
just like physical health, but
No.
not physical appearance health, but
No.
like
Mental,
physical
food.
optimal performance.
Correct.
And mentally, and just like healthy,
Correct.
how your body operates.
Yes.
Because it's
I think that's what motivates us.
like even like your sister who's like big into gut health, she says all the time it takes time to like cure it.
Totally.
It takes time to like fix that, and like how much better you'll feel if like I feel like people that don't or that do take care of themselves like from a health perspective, like really really healthy and like in terms of diet and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
don't get sick.
No, and you literally
Like don't get like viruses, like their body's performing at an optimal level where their body's able to fight off viruses.
Well, okay, so the girl that was on the trip in Austin with Courtney Shields, her friend from LA, she's a model.
Okay.
And it was so cool because I'd never really talked to, I don't really know any models, but she does it professionally. And she was like, I'm like, they have to be like really healthy. Like they have to like, not only for like why they look, but they end up getting really into health because you just have to focus on it so much.
Yeah.
So she said she went vegan, and she's like, literally, I have not gotten sick once since I went vegan.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird? And she's like, I have to eat a lot more, but she's like, I ate meat forever, and I didn't even do it for weight reasons, just like for how I felt. And she's like, but I did instantly like shed off this like kind of weight that I always like my whole life was like, oh, I carry that kind of there. Like I just thought it was a part of my body, and then it just fell off after like,
Yeah.
you know.
That is interesting.
So I think like she's like, I think it was like hormones, it changes hormones, everything.
The thing that would be hard for us
I know.
to go vegan is because we also eat pretty clean for the most part. Like I think clean is our priority.
It is.
And so if
No,
you
I
try to
know.
go vegan and eat really clean, where we're not eating bread, like a lot of vegans eat a lot of bread.
It's really extreme.
Eat a lot of like processed foods.
Yes.
Like even like bars and healthy bars and all kinds of stuff like that.
I know.
It's-
No, well, that wouldn't be the point. It would be, and I'm not saying I was just sharing that
I know.
story,
And
but
I
you know what
like
mean.
that idea though. Like I'm very into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so like for your
Way
workouts, I don't know. It's just like, dang, like what, if I can do something to like get more energy and like beast mode for like exercise and like work and like just like you just be happier. Like especially if you have kids, like just to have energy and not wake up and feel tired and like stressed all the time. It's like medicine.
100%. And you're just, it's all about performance.
I know.
Performance.
And that's even not
like
even if
how can you
like have, maybe you like stay at home and you're like a mom, but let's just say being a mom, like so you can like, you know, have energy and not be like tired and you can do everything.
Well, it's not even just like workout for performance. It's workout to like be a
good human,
a healthy father and a healthy mom and like be like a good worker and like be able to be like performative.
Yes.
In all these avenues across every day. Agree. Well, yeah. This is right where my chiropractor is.
It's so funny because oh, that's cool. I feel like I used to put, like, as a younger woman than I am now, I used to put so much pressure on myself and like, and bought into that, like, I need to just look so good and thin and like in shape, and I used to feel that pressure and put that pressure on myself so much. But I don't think until I actually started like showing up for myself and being like, no, I'm gonna like treat this body right and like take fitness a little bit more seriously, put good things in my body because I want to feel better, then I was like, wait, like, yeah,
that's what got you over that curve.
That got me over the hump. And now I'm like, actually have a real desire to be a healthy human being, which I don't think, it's a big shift that has to happen to like relieve that pressure of just like wanting to be skinny all the time.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
There's so much, there's such a big difference between like health and like your weight.
I mean, they shouldn't even be connected, but
they're connected in such a positive way.
Correct. Because
if you're healthy, you're happier. If you're healthy, you have a at least closer to the body that you would desire, and if you're healthy, you slowly start to think about this like body that you desire. You're thinking about your health.
I know.
And your mind's thinking about like, how does your body feel?
Correct. I feel like people literally like, you will not begin your health journey or get anywhere if you want to be a healthy person if you are continuing to like just go for the like vanity results of what you're doing, because it's like at some point I feel like you have to be motivated by something else or it will never change.
Yeah. And I think once you get into that mindset, that health mindset,
yeah,
I don't think you really ever leave it.
I don't think you do either.
Because I think you learn and you think you're like,
because you actually like it. It becomes who
you just
you
like
are.
And then once you start being healthy, you're more aware when you're not. Like the awareness is there, not feeling bad like, oh, I shouldn't eat this, and like having like these regrets, you know. It's like, it's just more like, my body's gonna regret it. Like this isn't good for me. This is poison. This isn't good, you know.
Exactly.
And like that's one thing to have like a cocktail or two, like whatever. You know,
well,
like
yeah. I mean, we are far from like
having like a cookie.
We've made a sliver of a dent on the bottom. Like we're not even close, but we're motivated to. That's our goal. Would be in 10 years to like be like super healthy.
But I think Whole30, we've always said this, Whole30 helped us out so much because it helped us eliminate like gluten and like carbs like that,
and sugar,
like bread carbs.
Sugar
and
was
then
the big one.
And we'll still have like a sandwich on occasion. We'll have a sando, we'll have a cheeseburger every once in a while. But those are like, now they're like treats. But even when you have them, it's not like, oh, this is the best. It's like you have it and you're like, oh, I don't really feel as good as I normally do because
like I feel like it just takes a really long time though to like kind of slowly, like all that trial and error of like, okay, maybe like this isn't worth it as much for me anymore, 100%. Or I'm deciding that I don't want to do this. But
how nice is it to wake up in the morning and feel alive?
Oh my god, there is nothing, no comparable feeling. It is like magic dust.
I think if we went back and watched some of our old vlogs, it would be like morning.
Yeah, like it's like fog. Like you're just like, feel like crap when you like eat bad food.
I know. All right, we're pulling in and we'll probably have to find a valet. We'll probably take you inside actually.
Yeah, we'll show you. Okay, so
speaking of, last time we had the sample taster.
Yeah.
We were on Whole30, so we didn't really get to have everything.
Totally, I remember. So, okay, yeah, we'll show you the restaurant. Let's like vlog everything.
Yeah,
we're gonna like.
We'll take you with us. Boom. Alright, just got done with dinner. We didn't vlog too much in there because it was really dark. and it was really loud, and so we only got a couple
so loud.
shots.
But okay, the ambiance is 10 out of 10. I have to say, everyone was young. Actually, no, it was like a good,
It's a good
range.
mixture.
Everyone was really like, you know,
Hip.
exactly.
Hip.
Good
The
energy.
restaurant's a hip restaurant.
And
The
food-
drinks are fantastic. If you go get the drink called the Viper, it's lovely.
Wait, Hunter, look, my back matches the wall. But
It does.
I know. Oh, up.
Wait, we only need to go.
Wait, we're
We
only
need to go down one stair.
Down.
Flight of stairs.
down or up?
Down.
Or we get stuck. Wanted to pop on and just give a thank you to today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. If you guys aren't familiar with Skillshare, it's basically a huge online learning community with thousands of different classes for curious people, creative people. They've got everything from Photoshop courses, productivity courses, down to literally learning how to garden, which is the course that I recently took because I've been really wanting to start growing herbs. So it's called Indoor Gardening, growing houseplants, veggies, and herbs, and it has a breakdown of a bunch of different topics. So depending on what you're looking for, whether you're advanced at something or maybe beginner, you can just like enhance what you already know or just start fresh learning a new skill. And because you become a member, there are obviously no ads, so you literally just get on there, do the sessions, you can connect with other people. It just gives a little bit more meaning to your membership. So they are giving away the first 1,000 people a free month trial to Skillshare. I will have that info in the description box down below if you want to check it out or learn something new. Bedtime!
Hi, buddy.
Oh my goodness. This is what we do every evening. Wow, bedtime with Booker.
So good.
This is the best part of our day. Oh! It's the
He's
best. The best. He has a little ear infection. We found out from the vet, so.
Probably got it from his. I don't know.
We
where
haven't
he got
taken
it.
him swimming though, so we can't figure out where the ear infection came from.
Yeah, could have been from his last shower.
But we don't really put like his ears under, like you kind of.
No,
have to,
we're like, yeah, we're really careful
and
about that.
when you pour it over, it goes on the top. I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry, and we'll make sure it's nice and treated. We'll take care of your little
best,
ears,
buddy.
okay? So we love you so super.
He's so sweet.
He's so sweet.
We wish y'all all could meet him in person.
I know. I just love
the
him
best.
so much. He's a special boy.
We're biased.
We're biased and we think you're so super special. So special. Ah, thank you. Okay, we're in bed, home from the restaurant. Highly recommend it. Church and Union. And it's just opened in Nashville, so really cute to come if you're on a girls trip or if you live in the city. Food's really good. It's one of the head chef was on Top Chef.
Yeah. And the one in Charleston isn't called Church and Union. It's called like Church something or
Churches or something.
Church Chicken. No, it's called something Church or Fifth Church or something. It's something like that.
Fifth Church, yeah, something like that.
Or Church and State or State Church or it's not, I don't know, something like that. But it's in Charleston and in Charlotte. They have a couple other restaurants, but it's really good.
The vibes are good. I really
Yeah.
like the people that work for the restaurant are just really cool people, and they've like got a good thing going. Service is good, and it's a really fun vibe, and I don't feel like there's anything really like it, so it's super cute. You guys should go.
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Hello. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna watch Big Brother, but we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. We're getting ready for the gym right now. It is so dark and rainy out, but we are doing it. We haven't had a workout in a few days, so I'm excited just to get my body back moving again. We made some coffees. Kind of slept in. We're doing a 10-15 workout, and this little guy is here with me. Don't mind our TV cords. We just got our TV put in our room, and we're actually switching to a dresser, I think, in here, just because we are obsessed with our armoire, but logistically, I don't know if it's doing it for us. Like, we really need a dresser. I think we already talked about that, but anyways, so the cords are staying until we can get a dresser figured out. Okay, we're gonna put Booker away and we'll get in the car. Okay, we're on our way to F45. I'm excited. We haven't been in a while. So
I went in Texas.
we actually, yeah, you did.
Like
You've been
2 days ago, but
on your grind a little bit, but we kind of like summer, we were going so hard. We were super motivated. We were, we just kind of let up a little bit and just going through. I feel like there's just times of the year where you're like, you just get in a momentum. You're like 5 days a week, but it's fine. I feel like what we have been doing since we got the dog is kind of like walking more and like doing other activities.
Well, that and also like we were going pretty steady, and like then a week where it's like we travel for 2 days.
I know.
It could throw you off.
Oh, also I thought of something based on our health journey chat that we had last night that I kind of wanted to just mention because it dawned on me. I was like, I didn't want it to come off as like, oh, you know, like we don't want to look good. It's like, I think we're trying to remove the vanity from like health, but of course, like we're not idiots. Like, of course, everyone wants to look and feel their best. Like we know that.
We said that. We said like it's honestly like that's a plus. Like that's the result of feeling good. Once you start feeling better and taking care of your health, you start to look better. I know. Like not even just like your body becomes more toned and muscular, but like your skin starts to feel better and look better, and like your whole body starts to like feel better. I know. It's literally. I know. I need it today. I'm on a routine. My body likes this. This is good for my body, and I know. As a result of that, your body starts to look better. Yeah. On Instagram, I did a Q&A not too long ago, and they're asking if Whole30 works in like F45. Oh my god. I showed my before and after picture of like 34 days before and after. You should put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen here. Put it on the screen. That was the first time I showed that before picture. I realized like yeah, I was very vulnerable, but I realized like that was even like I was pretty healthy then. I was working out a lot. I was working out a lot, but it wasn't the diet. We were eating out every day. We were drinking a lot. Totally. It all works together. Yeah. Well, you just don't know what goes in the food, and like they don't care. Like they're not back there in the kitchen being like, oh, let's make sure we use like a well-sourced organic oil, avocado oil. No, they just use like canola or whatever is cheap because it's a business, you know. Totally. And so yeah, it's not good. And like some places are still really fresh ingredients, and like whole ingredients, but they might be cooking with the wrong oil. Totally. Or whatever. And they use a lot of oil. I mean, you gotta do your best. But we're still gonna go out. I mean, who are we kidding? But what was I gonna say? Oh, I was also gonna mention how crazy it is that, you know, like, obviously we know that the like reality of like looks in our society, like people rank them really high. I like really believe that we are just like spirits inside, like we are our spirit and we're like inside of just like a casing, but it's weird how much value is placed on that and the way that it looks. But the health part is like you're maintaining, like, how you're like, it is actually interesting to mortal, put it that way. Like, is shell. Like the soul or spirit inside of you. Yes. Working on your health is working on like the health of your soul in a way. Your spirit. I know. You're also working on the health, like you're working on the health of your body's carrying vessel, your vessel, exactly. And like that also impacts like the happiness of your totally. Well, because everything has to function, like whether you believe it or not. It's like, yeah, well, your body is like, tangible here on this earth. Like you have to like, it has to be functioning. For sure. I also find it important. It's like working on your health, or like everything. Like working on your health is everything about you. So like you got to put time in with yours. Like you have to have like spiritual health and like absolutely have like mental health and like really just put in work on all those fronts. I know. To be like the best version of yourself. Totally. And so if you're stressed, like stress will kill you. It will turn your hair gray. It will ruin your skin. It will. You can't be healthy. Suck your energy and have like a ton of stress in your life. No, you can't. Like you can, but like it's almost like a double-edged sword. I know. We've really had to like work on the stress over the past few years. We talk a lot about diet, working out, and stuff like that, but stress is huge. Stress is huge, and we do a lot of work like with each other, like just through our communication with each other, and like we talk through a lot of things. We do. Even off camera, like mostly off camera. We talk through a lot together to work on. It's like, how are you feeling today? Like, are you feeling stressed about work? Like, well, what can I take off your plate? 'Cause I'm feeling okay today. Let's balance it. So like, you're not in a position where you're at the end of the day and you like want to have a breakdown. Like I think we've really tried to help each other. Even for like Christianity side of things and like our spiritual walk and journey, we talk a lot about like, oh, does this specific church, is it actually feeding us, or is this a church that we're going to only because we feel like we're supposed to? Like, that's a dark circle you can get into where you're actually not even feeding yourself. You're just doing something to please society.
Totally.
And so, like, it's finding the right topics that you want to dive into. It's finding the right community to surround yourself by. It's finding the right like messages or even speakers that actually are speaking to something that is going to help you grow. Like, it's not a one size fits all.
Well, and I think with any spirituality or any religion, like whatever group you kind of like are a part of or faith that you follow, I think it is so easy to fall into like the trend of that,
the motions,
faith culture.
The
Do you know
steps,
what I'm saying?
the check boxes.
Yes.
It's like,
and you can convince yourself that it's actually like you're doing something right when really like it's not like growing your spirituality at all, because you're actually like looking to please everyone else and like fit in and like maybe, you know, look a certain way, or you feel pressure. And
that's no different than like molding into trends on like social media. It's the same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
It's like you're molding into something that's like isn't you.
And they talk about that in the Bible all the time.
Yeah,
but like
and you're
I feel like
feeding
it's
yourself
such a
something that you think you should be feeding yourself, but like it's something that isn't actually like providing any benefits to your spiritual walk. So it's like, really, we talk a lot about finding like what messages we want to go after, like based on what we're going through or based on what's on our mind. Like, what is something we should be listening to? What is something we should be reading about? What are some messages we want to be pursuing together, individually? And I think we do work on having a spiritual walk that's in line with each other. I think that helps us grow in our relationship. But it's also very important to have like a to like feed who you are as an individual.
Well, and we also, I mean, you're going to no matter what, right? Because you grow up with different experiences, different households,
backgrounds,
like different
struggles.
All your relationships you encounter, your struggles, everything. So it's obviously going to be
You're just different people. Everybody's so different. So that's what I was saying about the one size fits all. It's like some churches, like mega churches, thousands and thousands and thousands of people go to this one sermon or one service to hear the same message, and it's not a one size fits all.
Not at all.
Like, I'm not saying don't go to church. I'm saying like
you just have to check yourself.
Recognize that what might be reaching someone might not be reaching you, or what might be reaching you might not be reaching someone else. Like, everybody is different, and so you have to pursue your own individual walks.
You're responsible for yourself, essentially. Yeah, and I think that like what is really important for us is making sure that we are thirsting for God and like curious and motivated to grow and like become closer to Him for like the purest reason, and never because we feel pressure to do that because somebody's telling us to do it, or that everyone's gonna look at us if we aren't like strong enough like Christians, but
strong enough Christians based on
the cultural norms
culture and society tells you should be doing.
And there is a really heavy culture within the Christian community, and it can
in any
community, yes, any of them. Sorry, I'm just referring to that because that's the bucket we kind of fall into.
I'm not saying push hard to go against the grain or use that as an excuse not to dive into something.
No, that's not what I mean.
But it's more of just like, you have to pursue what's going to help you grow and what's going to make your spiritual health like healthier.
Yeah. And if you're finding like, oh well, if I don't, like, would you still show up to church and read your Bible and do all those things if no one knew you were doing it? Like, I think that's a question you have to ask yourself, and if the answer is no, that's fine, and that's something you need to explore. Like, what's going on? Why don't you feel that way? Like, where, check your heart, like, where's it at? Why don't you want those things? Those are totally fine feelings. You just have to, I would explore them and figure out what season you're going through.
A good example and kind of like a parallel to that is like, let's say you're having mental health problems, right? And you want to see a therapist. You don't go to a therapist with like 1,000 other people and hear a therapist talk to you all at once. It's like, no, you have to go see a therapist by yourself.
I know.
So you can like really dive deep into what you're going through. And I think that's the same as like a spiritual journey or a spiritual walk or a physical health journey. It's
totally.
like,
Your triggers are different.
yeah,
Your perspective's different.
everybody's diet's different. I mean, you have to form your own plan of what's going to make you the best version of yourself,
Totally.
and what's going to help you heal anything that's like inside of you that you want worked on.
No, totally. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I'm realizing with mental health and like, you really have to talk about it. Like just, we have each other so we can like talk a lot and talk through it. It's kind of like therapy in a way, but if you don't have someone you can talk to or feel like you can really express yourself, I would definitely do therapy because I think it just helps to like get it out. Even if like you don't know the person that well, like you have to like talk through the depths and be like, this is how I'm feeling. Like releasing it is like really important. So
Maybe we should park.
okay, we're running into F45. We're so late, and we'll see you after. Okay, damn, that was so hard. Oh my gosh. Like, one of the hardest workouts I've ever done here, but in the best way. It was like really fun. I was like really well designed. What to say? Alright, waiting for Hunter and then I'm gonna go home. It's pouring out and it's gonna be a good day though, I can feel it.